What up, y'all? Julien Guiteau here, and today we are on Chillin With Julien, episode 14, where the mission is interviewing inspiring individuals to inspire others. I am super thankful because not only do we have an amazing podcast space with the dope view of LA, it's kind of rainy right now, but I have a close friend of mine for 7+ years. We go way back. Her name is Neysha Merced. She's a dancer, she's a model, and a florist. Neysha, welcome to Chillin With Julien.
Hi.
How you
Hello.
doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Welcome back to Cali. I think
know.
my first time in Cali was when we went on a trip as a group back in 2019. So
Yeah.
the fact that I'm here and that you're here is cool.
I know. Very full circle moment.
Yeah. So tell the people where you're from and what you're passionate about.
All right. So I'm originally from Puerto Rico. I was born there. I came here when I was 2. I went to Reading, Pennsylvania. Then I moved to Allentown. Lived there my whole life until I graduated 2018. I moved with my wonderful boyfriend, Christian Geigel, to New York City. We've been, mostly Brooklyn, a little bit of Harlem, and yeah, I'm here now.
That's what's up.
On vacation for my B-Day.
Happy birthday again.
Yes, thank you.
It's a great time.
Pisces season.
Unfortunately, you don't got the weather to match your birthday.
I know. I mean,
LA's
whatever.
been rainy.
It's water. I'm a water sign. It makes sense.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But dance, what about dance got you involved into it the first time, and what are you trained in? What genres are you trained in dance?
So I'm a contemporary modern dancer, more like floor work. I love partnering. I have a really big interest in improvisational styles. I Vogue from time to time when I'm feeling like it.
Yeah.
With all my friends. And yeah, I think when I first started actually dancing was in high school when I was 16, and I didn't think I wanted to go to school for dance. That was not my intention.
Yeah.
But then I had done music, I had done theater, I had sang in choir, so I was like, you know what? Why don't I just learn how to dance? Focus these 4 years on dancing, and I don't have technique behind it, so I can become a triple threat and maybe go on Broadway, and that was just my thing at the time, and I really didn't have to go to school for that.
Yeah.
I'm learning that now, but I'm glad that I did because I have such a really strong foundation with somatic work like gyrokinesis and gyrotonic, which is stretching and strengthening the muscles around your joints, and that's something that I got into and I wouldn't have gotten into if it wasn't for dancing in New York City or just in life in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, the body and the mind are so intertwined.
Yeah.
And people don't know that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I have that background. I'm not a regular, I don't know, we call regular people.
Yeah.
People who
Yeah.
don't dance, we just say normal people.
Yeah.
Y'all bodies be hurting, and I see it, and I'm glad I'm not.
I think with dance, you can also use it as a form of expression.
Yes. Yes. Which
Happy,
is,
mad, excited, sad. You just want to decompress and
Yeah.
put that specific song to how you're feeling,
Yeah.
and just let the body move to it.
Right. Or
It's
even
so
just
different.
going to the club, it's just such an expression in itself. One of my teachers, my mentors, Sekou Heru, who's master house dancer.
Yeah.
He hates when I say master. He's the best teacher. House dancer, known worldwide for his he's just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He's made his own technique, and he involves capoeira and everything that he's learned within hip hop dancing to inform his house movement.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's just always talking about dancing in the club, and that's, remember when we had that dance battle
Yeah.
when we came to LA
That
the
was a
second or
vibe.
third time.
That was a vibe.
Me and Julien had a dance battle in the club, and we were going ham, and JC was there, I think, and Christian, and everybody was just all of our friends were just so
I think we need to run that back.
we were having the best time. We had that club jumping, and nobody else was moving, and that's where the spirit of dance lies is
Yeah.
there. It's not always in the classroom. It's
Yeah.
in that, and that is what Sekou always expresses.
100%.
Yeah.
That's your work life and time to time it's work, and here's kind of work too. You come to LA, you got some work to do.
Yeah.
But what does Neysha do for fun?
There's so many things I'm so interested in, like a million things, and I just like love to get into anything and everything that I can get my hands in. As you know, I do a million things. But right now I'm really focused on guitar, like playing guitar.
Okay.
I got my guitar teacher, one of my friends Tiffany from Fish Cheeks, where I used to work. Her partner is a guitar teacher, and he was coming like the one day I was telling her about how I wanted to take guitar lessons, and all of a sudden like I was even journaling it too, which was the crazy part. Like I was journaling like, I think this is the year I start guitar lessons.
Yeah.
Like, let's see how it manifests, like whatever. And then like I'm talking to Tiffany about it, I'm talking to other people about it, and she's like, oh yeah, my partner's coming like right now. He's a guitar teacher in the city. And I was like,
that's wild.
Look at that. Of course, this is how it's gonna happen. Like it's just meant to be. And even before that, it was really funny because I had booked like a Facebook like meta job, and they had me holding a guitar, and I was like, I used to like try to play guitar in middle school. It just didn't work out. Like my hands were too tiny. Like I was like in my head about all of it. And yeah, that's just the way that it manifested into my life. I'm so grateful because now like 3 months that I've been doing it like almost every day.
Yeah.
And that's the way that I can think about my artistry and my creativity without having to capitalize it, because I'm not that good yet.
Okay.
And also just like enjoy it. Like this is like, we shouldn't have to like think about capitalizing every single thing. That's another conversation.
Yeah, that's super dope. And I think with learning a new skill like guitar can help with, mental health and help with relaxing and take a break from the work side. But there's another side of work that you're heavily involved in, which is modeling.
Yes.
How did you get into that?
I always was told my whole life, like, Neysha, you should be a model, you should be a model, you should be a model. And I was like really overwhelmed by the facts because I just didn't know how to start. And I was like really, really young. My mom even was like telling me like, we need to figure it out. One time we tried to go and they tried to get you in like one of those hotel scams in Philly where they're like, she should be in a pageant. We're going to make you pay like all this money. It's just like, there's so many like weirdos out there trying to get your money, and even like some agencies too. I like when my agencies, That's Model Management, approached me, I was like, what is this? What is that? Like I was looking everything up. Yeah, because they could take advantage of just like young kids out there who don't know what they're doing. And it's predatory in all industries, like no matter where you're going. And I've heard like my one friend, she was like freaking like $60,000 in debt because the modeling agency just was like, we're gonna front you all this money. We know you can make it big, but you're gonna owe us for this modeling apartment and for this and for that. And like, this is not the first time I've heard that. Like there are millions of stories out there on YouTube and all that stuff. So there's a lot of resources there. But so Stats Model Management approached me. I had been building up my Instagram as more portfolio and just having like, dance photos, photo shoots with like Boima out here, really showcasing what I could do, and in New York as well. And JC was actually one of the first people to recruit me as a model, like when he was studying after sales. And so we would just go like on like drives, and one time we were like renting an airplane. It was just so crazy.
I remember that
the
shit.
air,
That was in college,
I have
right?
it. My mom has it like in like, there's like, when moms have pictures of you and
like
your
he got the
brothers and your
airplane
sisters.
from Twitter too, or something on social media. He pulled off that airplane.
I don't know, but it was really crazy. Like we were modeling with the airplane, and the guy was like, airplanes seem to be looking happy, and I'm here just trying to like serve. And he's just like, whatever. Anyway, so that's where I got started. Stats Model Management came to me through Instagram. Love that. Definitely manifested that through like hashtags and all that good stuff. My friends were posting me. That repost is really, really helpful. Like that repost is very helpful out there because people just, engagement, all that good stuff. Social media is very powerful. But so are you. Like, so I had to push. Got signed. My first year, I probably did like 10 to 15 projects. Wait, sorry. That end of the first year, it was like 2. I did Papa John's, which was very hilarious.
Yeah.
And then I did Spotify, which with Guiteau G. which was huge.
That's fire.
Yeah. And that went everywhere worldwide, was like the Latino playlist, top Latino playlist of the world at the time. And so like it was just going around everywhere. People were sending it to me. It was like really cool. And they liked me for me because I had tooth gems at the time, and like a lot of jobs were turning me down for that, so I had to take them off. But that job specifically booked me because of the tooth gems. So that I felt like very seen, like, and I am Afro Latina, so it was just like good to just be represented in that way. Cause like, what the, you know? Yeah. And ever since then, 10 to 15 jobs, I've done a lot of cool stuff. I don't want to say too many things because I don't know what's out yet or what has to be out yet or what's coming out yet. So yeah, it's been good. Yeah. I'm trying to get signed in LA. So if anybody wants to sign me out there, I'm here, baby. I'm trying to be Black Gold.
Put it out there in the universe.
We're going to make it work.
That's how these things happen. Like when you have an idea or you have something that you're going for, you put on social media, people watch.
Yeah. And I don't think that a lot of the time when I put it out there, but then like when I'm back with like you guys over here, you're like, oh, are you still vegan? And I'm like, no. Are you still doing this? Are you still doing that? And I'm like, damn, people really be watching out here. Yeah. And I forget that I'd be doing that too. Like I really do creep. Like I creep on people.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. There's a lot of underlying pressures in the modeling agency and just, you know, modeling in general for body positivity, body image. Men and women of America struggle with that. What's your way of handling that, dealing with that, and advice that you give to individuals, you know, with that issue?
Yeah, well, it really is hard because I am 5'4", like, and people like really, really overlook the shorties. And of course, like, you know, there's so many, it's just, this industry is geared towards like white, tall men and women. And so if you are not that, it's very hard for you to get into it. You know, the curve models have it really bad out there. You know, like black models have it really bad out there. Like there is like the Zendaya effect, like where girls with curly hair who have my skin type, they just automatically get like most of the roles. And it's like every time I walk into a room and I see like the girls that look like me, I'm just like, is this right? Like, is that right?
Yeah.
No, it is not, because we need more representation other than like girls that look like me. Oh, and like tall, skinny. I hate to say this, tall, skinny, but that's what it is. Like that's what they cast, and that's what they like. And even like in Japan, and like, yeah, people are like, y'all are laughing, but it's really true. Like whenever they're like, I'm like, oh, I want to go to this agency. They're like, okay, well, you have tattoos. I'm like, okay, like that doesn't mean I can't like work it.
Yeah.
But like they won't even give you that chance because I am short, because I do have tattoos, because I am like, I have curly hair and it's like hard to manage, and it's like whatever. Like it's that all those things are always against you, and like the more removed and that you are from like being white, the harder it is. So just how I deal with that is like, you know, I just every time I have a job right before the day of, I, you know, sit myself down, I look in the mirror, I do a face mask, I gua sha, like I do my whole skincare routine, like just make sure I do the ultimate self-care, because when they do like say like undermining comments like, wow, those tattoos are really intense, like we need to put her in a long sleeve. It's so stupid, but like those little things like do eat at you. Like that was one of the most annoying comments. Like, her tattoos are really intense, so we need to either get a release, which is like, yeah, they try not to get sued, but also it's like, I don't know, it's just annoying. No. Like, because it's like that, but like about your skin or about your hair or about your weight or about your height all the time.
Does that mentally mess with you? Like you get, just in the industry in general, like, you get so many different comments of this or that or this or that. Mm-hmm. How do you like keep that mental strength?
I mean, it really is just like resiliency and just being able to not care. Like, not caring is another way of, it's like very, I don't know. You just can't get,
yeah.
I just don't. It's hard. It's not easy. Yeah. And especially when you're like comparing yourself to like other people who are on your same level. It's just, you have to get away from that mindset. Like the comparing mindset isn't good because like everybody has something that's special within themselves and everybody has room to make it in the field. You just really have to believe in yourself and just like, and I hate that because that's always like the thing that they say, like believe in yourself, be yourself. But it really is that, and like the more authentic that you are, the brighter you'll shine. I feel like that's it.
That's fire. Yeah. One thing that stands out to me from you within our friendship is your positivity. You have that ability to bright up a room. And I think that's pretty cool. Where does that positivity stem from, and how important is it to you to incorporate fun in your day-to-day and positive vibes in life?
One, thank you. That's really nice. It feels really good to hear that. I think it just comes from life is just short and you never know when it's gonna end, and that's the reality. Like, you have to live every day to the fullest. I don't want to sit here and just be grumpy and negative all the time. Nobody wants to sit there and have a photo shoot where the girl is like we want to have fun, we're all getting paid, like it's gonna be long hours, we all just want to like get in, get out, like let's have the best time doing it, and that's it. Like that's my motto for working, that's my motto for like every single job that I do. Like I just am a naturally happy person. Like I really feel for the people who have depression out there because they're like really going through it, and it's not even their fault. It's just like in the brain, they were born that way, and it's tough. Like life, it just gets harder the older that you get, and I feel like I listen to a lot of old people. I used to work at an old people home while in college, like to pay for college. And just listening to other people's stories and their travels and like taking little bits of wisdom and advice from everyone is like the thing that I do, and I think that's how I stay so positive. I just gravitate towards like all these wise elderly people, not really elderly, they're not all old, but taking little bits of everybody's stories and being able to put the best parts and apply them to my life so that I can have the best fun.
I think it's super cool and important that you do advocate for something. I think at the end of the day, with the modeling industry and dance industry and anything where you're going to be on a public stage in the public eye, people are going to want to know more about you, the person, and the fact that you have different causes that you genuinely care about. And I'm sure there's a plethora of additional causes you care about. I think that speaks to the people and that makes them connect with you more. Something that is different that we don't hear about is being a florist.
Favorite.
How did you get into this world of being a florist, and what is a florist in general? Like, how would you describe that?
So this is my most recent venture. I became a florist during COVID because I didn't have performance or modeling opportunities because things were just slow for everybody, let's be honest. And so how I started was being a delivery person for flowers, and it was crazy. I mean, I love driving, so I was like, why not? I have a license. Like, I applied to, before that, Stolen Magnolia, Delilah at Stolen Magnolia gave me my flower foundation, and I love her so much. She is one of my flower moms. Kind of like a flower tia and like a flower best friend because she is like not that old. And a lot of people in the florist industry are old because it's just that way. I don't know why I manifest that way, but she's the best. I learned with her and my friend Chastity, and I wasn't really good at it. So I turned to delivering at Stems. My second flower mom, Susanna. Yes, she was the best with Zara and Shannon and like just like this really fun group of North Carolina white girls who work at this fun like Brooklyn shop, and they do a lot for the community too, which is made me feel better because, and I told her this too, I was like, like brown and black people don't like to work with people who are all white because there's usually a lot of drama that comes with that, just from being different and like cultural differences. But she made me feel very welcome, and like I'm happy that she gives back to her community, and she knows that she's a gentrifying business, so that she is like always giving to mutual aids and doing as much as she can. So that's where I got like most of my flower foundation, and it was really great. After I was a delivery person, then they needed somebody on Mother's Day. They what do you call it? They needed somebody on Mother's Day, and they were like, you know what, we're gonna give you the position. I think you can, like, we can teach you, you're fast, you're a good worker, yada yada. So I did it, and it was one of the most rewarding things. I still do it freelance now. I think what I missed the most was the creativity part of it, like just being able to like design and have that like really train my eye for colors, and the way that your eye looks at an arrangement was so interesting to me. I just loved learning this new way of expressing myself through flowers. And I got to do this really cool project. I was designing for a gallery that had one of Andy Warhol's prints. And it was just like, they loved it. Like, they sent an email and were like, oh my God, this is amazing. The flowers match perfectly. Like, this is great. And it was a big, like, when you arrange like to this like big of a size, it's scary. Like, it's really daunting because you have to like, the design just starts to grow, and it can get really messy really quick. And if you don't know what you're doing, it can get bad fast. But yeah.
So on the show, we like to do like this or that questions. You have 60 seconds to answer this. Are you ready for this little game that you've prepared for today?
Let's go.
Cool. I'm gonna set the timer for 60 seconds on the phone. 3, 2, 1, go. Zombies or vampires?
Oh, vampires.
Bad breath or body odor?
Ugh.
You gotta choose one.
Bad breath.
All right. Loud neighbors or nosy neighbors?
Nosy neighbors.
Okay. Train
actually, loud neighbors.
Okay.
Sorry.
You don't like nosy? Okay.
No, get out of my business.
Okay, cool. Train or airplane?
Airplane. Oh.
Sneakers or dress shoes?
Sneakers.
Hot coffee or iced coffee?
No coffee. Tea.
Book or movies?
Movie.
Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
Day or night?
Day.
Modeling or dancing?
How many do we have left? What's up?
You want to skip it?
Modeling.
Oh, words or actions?
Actions.
Calling or texting?
Calling. That's it? Did I do it?
You did it. You hit it right on the money.
Okay,
there was
good.
One more question.
Oh.
It said money or love?
Love. Yeah.
Well, I think we achieved the goal that we were trying to achieve. You know, for the viewers who are brand new, where can they follow you on social media and keep up with all things Neysha?
On Instagram, Awesome Saucy with a Z, Awesome Saucy. You can find me on TikTok there. I'm not really as active. I should be, but do I really care? I don't know. So, yeah, those are my two platforms. Or just like meet me in real life. I like to have fun and like go out and meet people. Yeah, I like to dance, have fun in real life rather than like on platform. But yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you for joining me on this episode. It's my third Los Angeles residential episode. So I'm very thankful to keep it moving and have individuals, tune in to different individuals who have different backgrounds. And I think you're the first model we've had on the show. So it's also cool that you're a friend of mine from way back. And that makes the conversation super genuine. And I want to say congratulations on all the things that you've achieved in your career thus far.
And congratulations to you, boo.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Keep striving, keep going. I think our viewers to see, other individuals chasing after what they want so young is inspiring for them to see, and that's why I created this show. So
I'm like so young. I'm 27 young.
That's young. Like,
I know, and I keep like, Rob. It's because I'm with Rob lately. He's just been saying that we're old and yada yada. I'm like, don't say that because like 30 isn't, 35 is not, like 45 is not, like.
There's so
once
much
you
more
get
to
to
go.
60, 57. My dad was 57. He's gonna be like, I'm not old, but like, me and my mom, we call him viejito now because he's getting up there. That is like, you know, you can just always change your mind at any point in time in your life. So we're not old. You're right, I'm young. Sorry, I have to talk myself out of that, right?
You have to. You have to. Well, thank you again. Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 14 of Chillin' with Julien. Continue to stay inspired. See you on the next episode and have a good day. Peace.